What's up, Strava users and KOMers? Welcome to another episode, and today's segment is going to be Box Springs Mountain Road to HS Parkway, which is Hidden Springs. So let's take a look at our leaderboard here. I've got this pulled up, and Stefan Martamiankis is the KOM of this segment, and this is a steep downhill segment for most of it. And as you can probably tell with the lead-in that I've got going on here, but Stefan did it in 2 minutes and 36 seconds. So just a little bit about this segment. It is a 1.49 mile segment with a negative 2.5% grade throughout the whole section, and we are rolling up on the start right here. Okay, that's the start of the segment. Box Springs Mountain Road to HS Parkway. So you can already see that I'm going down about a 9% grade right now, hauling butt at 42 miles per hour, and I am on a gravel bike. I'm holding over 400 watts. I was at 500 watts just a moment ago, up and down at about 500 watts, and so my grade fluctuates a little bit. It's going it's decreasing in steepness, and I'm still holding about 35 miles per hour, 33 now. And at this point, I think I was at 0 watts because I was tucking. So I was already maxing out my gears, and I was just trying to hold the most aerodynamic position as possible so that I could get the best advantage into the wind as I could. And you probably saw back there a little ways that I flew right by a car that was stopped. And there's been several times that I've passed cars that were moving on that section, and they seem to be a little bit nervous about cyclists, but we can go on the bike just as fast as they can go in the car. And so if they're going to be tapping their brakes, slowing me down, and I'm going for a PR, then I'm just going to fly by them. And then once the ground levels out to about where I'm at right now, which is actually at a 2% grade, so I'm going uphill a little bit right here. When we get to this part, then they could pass me back, and so it all works out. Another thing to note on this section is that in the middle of it there is a segment called Pigeon Pass Paved Incline headed east, and this is a short segment. It's only 0.34 miles, and 37 seconds is what I did it in most recently, but I wasn't really interested in that one as much as I was the big one, which is the Box Springs Mountain Road to HS Parkway that I'm attempting right now. And so you can see that for most of this whole segment, I've been pretty high wattage. I've been up into the 500s, and even on the flats and the uphills, I'm still maintaining around 250. And so here we go back into the negative grades. And so with this downhill grade, I'm still trying to hit it as hard as I can. You can see my watts up there in the mid 300 range, and I'm feeling good about this. I'm really giving it all that I've got. You can see because my heart rate's up to 171 now, which my max heart rate is actually 180. So I'm only about 10 away from my max. Oh, and there right up ahead you can see the finish line where that truck is turning, that UPS truck, followed by that other vehicle. So this intersection right here is the end of the segment. So let's take a look at my results as I cross. Alright, so I got the PR. I did it in 3 minutes and 7 seconds. So I'm about 30 seconds off of the KOM, but only about 5 seconds off from a 10th place cup on the leaderboard. So what's interesting here is that I was able to average 296 watts for that 3 minutes, which is pretty hard. I feel like right around 300 is pretty solid for me. Another thing to take into consideration is that I am on a gravel bike, so I've got 42 millimeter tires that are all knobby, and so I know most people do this on a road bike, or a lot of people do anyway. People who are going for the leaderboard are doing it on road bikes, and so what they do is they go to the top of the paved section of the hill, and then they get that speed, come around that corner, and then they smash it all the way down that hill. And so that's going to be a huge advantage over the knobby gravel bike tires. And so I think I'll probably try that sometime on a road bike, just for fun, and I think that I could probably make up a whole lot of seconds. Definitely at least the 5 seconds to get onto the leaderboard. But I think if I really pushed it, I might be just a little bit off of the KOM. So if you're intrigued by this segment, then come on out to Moreno Valley, California and give it a shot. I think you'll probably have a whole lot of fun on it. It's very fast and really gets the blood pumping, just from the adrenaline rush of holding that speed, and then to have your watts maxing out and your heart maxing out on top of that. It's just a thrill all around. So come out and give it a shot.